Hi, my name is Samantha Husik. My script is called Max. It is the true story of French silent film star Max Linder. Here's a picture of Max. Max Linder was one of the most famous comedians and one of the most famous entertainers in the world. And my story follows Max from the height of his fame to the end of his life. And the story is that Max put his very successful career on hold to join the war effort during World War I. And then after the war, he tried to regain his audience, and he went to America to try to boost his career, but he was unsuccessful and never really regained the fame that he had had prior to the war. And also during this time, he started to suffer from health problems and manic depression. And he goes back to France and at 40 years old marries an 18-year-old who tries her best to help him through his manic depression, but she's also unsuccessful. And at 42, he and his 20-year-old wife commit suicide in a Paris hotel room, leaving a 1-year-old daughter behind. It sounds really depressing, and part of it is, but I tried to inject as much humor in it as I could. I wanted the dark moments to be balanced out with lighter moments. I saw a Max Linder film on Netflix, and I was really impressed with him, and I wondered why I hadn't heard of him before. So I looked him up, and I found out that he had a pretty extraordinary life. So I wrote about it. And I was also attracted to the idea that here was this guy who was funny to the world, but privately he was suffering and he was in pain. So I found that really interesting and a challenge to write. This is my first feature. It took me over 2 years to research and write, and I think I'm on like the 4th or 5th draft. I entered Scriptapalooza because it seems like a pretty well-known competition among screenwriters. So I thought that if I did well, it would sort of give me some credibility. But also, and I think more than anything, I wanted some encouragement. I wanted to see how people responded to my writing and to my idea. Particularly my idea, because in this industry, dramas and period pieces and biopics are pretty tough sells. So I just wanted some validation that Max's story is worth telling. Goodness. I don't know if I'm qualified to give advice, but I suppose just keep at it and don't give up. And I also think it's really important to watch as many movies as possible and read as much as possible, whether it's books or scripts or newspapers, just to learn as much as you can about the art of storytelling.